Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Star Ladder broadcast. The name is Sir Danny, and of course we're taking a look at a matchup between two CIS teams. That's going to be GoodJob and AVANGAR, teams with, frankly, some very great storylines. Of course you have AVANGAR, the team that made it to the major qualifier, very close and actually making to the major itself. The team of GoodJob steadily on the rise, have been pretty much on the rise for quite some time now, but have now took a kind of a dip in the past couple months in their performance. So a place like HellCase Cup 7, definitely a great opportunity for these teams to actually show up and show their true worth in a game of Counter-Strike. So let us begin by taking a look at the buys, shall we? AVANGAR, full armors across the board. But they're not going for the aggressive pushes just yet. Just talking about aggressive pushes, look at Box and his angle. He's towards Forklift, that is correct, but we have one of his teammates. That's going to be next towards main. Very decent position from him. But AVANGAR, they've actually been quite successful at taking mid-control. Box from Forklift is able to get a frag. Next is helping him out. But there we go. There's Demasic from Squeaky. That's a pretty good position from him. Coffee from right behind of Christian. Now Demasic and James, they're in a pretty awkward spot. If they would have pushed through, committed to the plant, that would have been easy. That would have been easy for the AVANGAR side to at least get a bomb plant. But now, the fact that they're rushing out one by one just makes things even harder. I hope that Demasic and James still maybe try and enter the site, make the A-bomb side if possible. But the thing is, though, this is not looking that good for them. Demasic does get the goosh on one of the players. That's Lollipop, and Box being tagged down. That is enough to actually deter them and allow Demasic to make his way towards B. But James, the good thing for him is, well, the B bomb set is empty. But there are players towards C. Close here. There we go. There's James with the frag. There's no way in the world they're throwing around like this. Away. Good job. No, James picks up another one. Gets a goosh on the Box. Like James, he should probably thinking about committing the bomb plant right now, but this is not looking good for James. Picks up another frag. There's 6 seconds, and finally, whew, we are seeing AVANGAR finally lose that one, and good job picking it up. Because to be completely fair with you, that was scary. That was wow, that was quite scary. You know, AVANGAR, they were making some deep progress, but yeah. Even some progress gets stopped. Now we're going to be taking a look at GoodJob with a proper investment of all things. As AVANGAR, they're only going to be, what, some of these upgraded pistols, which is nice and all. A scout of the James, and the fact that he was able to acquire that many frags the round previously means that not only can he afford a scout, but hey, guess what? Even some armor with that scout. So now I do hope AVANGAR, even though they are playing relatively far apart from one another, I think when it's gonna come down to a full bomb site push, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna regroup and try to hit for, say, something like maybe the A bomb site. But now that there's a smoke towards the main, they gotta be careful. They have no idea. Maybe one of the CTs has pushed up aggressively, so they have to be careful. I just wonder, what is their course of action? They've been granted mid-control, which is relatively weird. Good job putting a lot of their players, the majority of their players, towards that A part of the map. Even though GoodJob haven't done anything significant to make that decision, but James, even though he was with a scout, he gets one tap with the Phoenix FAMAS. Okay then, that's a pretty good start for GoodJob, but still, remember the fact there are 2 defenders on the B bomb side. And by the looks of things, AVANGAR, they're probably going to be going for a straight up push on this bomb set Lollipop. But that's a good nade indeed. Quicker than Buster being tagged out. And now the push comes through. Demasic, only good for the one frag. Lollipop trying to hold on for as long as possible. But that's the thing. Players gonna from heaven. Box though. That's pretty good. It works out quite well there for at least Demasic for the time being. But it still gets taken out. And so does his teammate Christian. Okay then, that was that was not bad. A good hold there from GoodJob. Box trying to jump down, thinking, oh, it's only pistols. I can take them on. I can take them all out. But Demasic, a bit quicker, a bit better than Box. And of course, the Deagle in that range is quite devastating. Now AVANGAR, in a round like this, they're probably gonna be, yeah, just sticking with these pistols. Because the force pipe was as unsuccessful as it was, now them having the pistols, they're gonna try to accomplish something, and well, they've already been granted something. That's Phoenix actually dropping dead towards main. That's one player out of the equation. No flash, no nothing. Phoenix just goes for a straight up wide peak, and that hurts. That definitely hurts for GoodJob. Why would one do so is quite questionable. So, what do we see here? AVANGAR, I mean, them having only pistols and already getting the one frag, I think if you're AVANGAR, just trying to regroup and trying to make their way should be good enough for, say, if you stack up together all 5 T players, try to push for, say, the A bomb set, which is probably going to be the case, but before they do so, they're still fighting here towards the middle. Coffee doing a substantially good job. The fact that his teammates are holding off their own on the A bombs, it means that AVANGAR, again, this is going to be a round for the Belarusians. Look at his lollipop mowing down one. There's Buster alive. Apparently not for long. But let us see, right? Let us see what does AVANGAR got to offer on their T side. GoodJob. So far, they've been quite the aggressive team now. And look at this again, going for the boost. Somehow, it kind of looked like Bucks, but actually come out on top. But quicker, he got the good angle from the get-go. So even though he's tagged down and ooh, Coffee going for a frag of his own. Now this is not looking good now for GoodJob. Right? This is not looking quite bad here, but as I say so, Lollipop picks up Buster. 2 players on low HP, but it doesn't matter. There could be 3 players low on HP and a fully health Christian. But the problem is it's still 1 versus 4 in which Phoenix, if I were Phoenix, I'd be backing away. I mean, trying to win this one is quite the difficult affair. But he's still making noise, a lot of noise, and well, Christian coming up with time, really taking down Phoenix. A pretty good round, you could say, for AVANGAR, all things considering. What about Twitch? I've heard people saying that there's something wrong with Twitch. I'm not quite sure what. Is the stream working? I see the chat's moving, so that's something, but not quite sure what the deal is, but let's take a look at this game, shall we? I mean, AVANGAR, they are able to pick up the first gun round on the back of GoodJob making mistakes. No box. If he's able to get a frag, that's already a good man advantage for GoodJob. But the fact that they go for the initial peaks, it just doesn't work out. Oh, the doc has gone. Oh yeah, after all, it's the doc's live stream today. Quite the occasion, to be honest. Nice. Oh, 360p. Ay caramba, that's I know my computer isn't that good, but even I can crank up a bit more than 360p, but I wonder will AVANGAR crank up the pace here as now they're pushing on the bomb side. Christian is able to trade out with Coffee. That is a pretty good trade, all things considering, but AVANGAR, I mean, in this 4 versus 4, they're gonna be quite happy, definitely. But they still have to be careful. Ooh, Phoenix goes for the straight up fight. There's Demastic down in middle. Now this is just crumbling apart now for GoodJob. Demastic cuts out one of the players rotating. And I think if you're Box, and I think if you're Sadzed, you're already thinking about backing away. So they are backing away. Yeah, okay. Sadzed and Box gonna try to back away, but there's a problem. Demastic with only 2 points of health is also able to take down Box. So there is no space for saving for the GoodJob side. They were thinking about it. I can guarantee you that, but Apparently, that is not the case. Not at least in this round, as AVANGAR have now started to crank up the pace. Now the AVANGAR train is making its way, right? They start off slow. The pistol round doesn't really work out for them, but we do get to see a glimpse of a good AVANGAR team. Then the first gun round. The second gun round as well. Quite dominant, I might admit, from AVANGAR. And to be completely honest with you, whenever AVANGAR faced off GoodJob, if I recall correctly, AVANGAR was able to win 3 maps on which they faced off each other. So definitely keep that statistic in mind. And a good job. And the Belarusian team. At this point in time, it's not looking too good for them in a round like this. After all, they are on an eco. But I wonder, will they check Coffee's spot? Well, it looks like Coffee does change up his position at the worst possible time. And the rest of the GoodJob players, that being Sadset, Lollipop, Phoenix, probably going to try to make their way on A. Maybe they can just get a frag if possible, but even that is not looking good. That is not looking good. Shame takes down the Phoenix that we were talking about. But this is still a round over. Done and dusted at this point. Done and dusted. Demastic still hunting for the frags. Well, why not? At least now, alright, take a look at the scoreline right now. It is 3-3. This is the final opportunity here for the GoodJob side to actually make that investment here. It does come through. The sad thing for GoodJob, now if you take a look at the sort of investment that they have got going, there's no defuse kits, right? If it comes down to retake is going to be quite difficult without the defuse kits, because remember, they are able to increase the time it needs to defuse a bomb quicker, though. Look at the speed that he's moving in and Box actually gets Molotov by that, well, Molotov, so to speak, gets burned down quite a bit. So he's got to be a bit more careful right now. Probably going to try to take some headshot angle towards Forklift at this point in time, as that burn was costly. Oh no, Coffee! That was a good flash, I will admit, but not only there was Jamie in the main, there was also a player by the name of Quickert. And Prison been tagged down quite a bit. Next is burning by the Molotov. They gotta be careful here, the GoodJob players. The offense is coming in here. AVANGAR, they're going for the push, but now GoodJob has rotated 3 of their players on the A bomb side. It is not looking that bad, but now the push, it will commence. Box getting taken down of the equation. GoodJob are now trying to hold on with very little hope that they do have. Phoenix, though, Jamie is so quick with the quick scope, and so Phoenix holding off, but for not any longer. Sadset, where is Sadset? He's towards middle, all by his lonesome. I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish much in a round like this. Like I said, retaken, it's going to be so difficult without any sort of defuse kit, and Sadset being low at 5, well, that's a good start. That was a good start from Sadset, right? He's able to pick up 1 frag, but he needed more. Oh, he needed more. 4 more to be exact. But hey, AVANGAR, we are expecting them to be the better team, right? They're the team that now arguably has got more experience. After participating in something like the major qualifier, you do get a scrim, you do get a practice with those teams at the major qualifier who arguably are of high level. So the experience factor is now working in favor of AVANGAR. Yeah, they are arguably the better team, and it's not just really some sort of crazy tactics from the AVANGAR team. Not really. They're just been able to win most aim duel engagements between the GoodJob side. GoodJob has been trying to pick them out one by one, and honestly, they've been struggling. They've been struggling quite a bit. So the aim duels are working out for AVANGAR. When it comes down to hitting the sights as well, that is where AVANGAR is able to, in fact, step up, get the frags, get the job done, and of course win the round. Again, not some sort of fancy execution happening on the A bombs. Just a couple of Molotov, highly smoke clean deployed, quicker than Demastic, cleaning out house right now. Cleanup, it's happening. It's upon us. It's a pretty clean round. Other than Phoenix getting a frag, but There goes the head of Phoenix. Now sad that with that pink CZ of his. Oh no, Quicker just barely escaped, but still the end of Sadzed. And may I tell you something? Good job. They were leading it. It was a 3-0 lead now for the Good Job side, but AVANGAR, they're able to climb back through. This is looking very good for the AVANGAR side. Not so much for Good Job, right? Especially it looked like, oh, they might actually get some momentum going. We actually saw they were trying to diminish any sort of momentum AVANGAR could have built up in the early stages of the round. You know, the first gun round where they go aggressive, the second one as well. But now, at a round like this, we're not seeing the double ops come out. It is an op for Box, an op for Phoenix. So now with the sniper rifles coming into play, and we actually see I'm trying to get maybe them be the ones to get early frags. Because the rifles, let's be honest, the rifles from the Good Job side haven't been so successful at getting those early engagements. The ops, they might, but for say, if you take a look at the POV of Box, he's not seeing anything much. Sadzed is helping out him with the push. So they're also gathering some vital intel towards the B part of the map. But as well, if you take a look at A, after all, AVANGAR, they threw so many smokes. Was Phoenix, I think Phoenix was boosted up. Yeah, he's boosted up in the box. That is a very good position for Phoenix to be in. At least good for the one frag. But now AVANGAR, they're kind of backing away except for one player, Christian, close by, and Phoenix will be able to take him down. So that was quite weird from the AVANGAR side. The fact that they leave Christian all by his lonesome towards A. That was very weird, I might add. Coffee taking up a frag, and he's got to be now careful, really. Doesn't have to repeat. 5 versus 2. This is pretty much over it at this point. This is pretty much over. What can AVANGAR do quicker than Buster? There's the smoke for Highway. A pretty good one at that. Quicker is going to be that's Coffee, and there's Lollipop with the spray down, picking up all the frags. Well, all the frags being the 2 remaining players. That is still pretty good, right? You know, Good Job getting their 4th. And if you take a look at the scoreboard real quick, at least the streak of rounds for AVANGAR has been stopped. But if, for say, a scenario like this, Good Job isn't able to get this consecutive round going, they might just get economically reset yet again, and that is, of course, a very, very scary prospect for the Belarusian team. Are they going to be going for a run boost? Oh, the run boost it is, but James, he wasn't quick enough to scope it and try to kill Box. That was a very nifty run boost right there. I'll give him credit. But the fact that James isn't able to get the initial frag, now it's all up to the rifle players to do some magic here. Smoke's coming in. Christian pushing through the smoke like that. He might be able to spot out one of the players trying to bait out the shot quicker. Great movement from him. Gets a second frag as well. So now Coffee and Phoenix have to go for the rotate. But meanwhile, the bomb will be planted. And in this scenario, Buster has still got a Molotov. If he throws that Molotov for say onto heaven, that is such a good Molotov. Still delaying the CT sprint as long as possible. And I think Good Job. If they're not going to be getting the frag in the next 5 or so seconds, backing away should be the obvious choice. But they're going for it. They are going for it, and they're going to get wrecked by doing so. Buster from down below picking up 2 frags. One into the CT, one of the upper guy. And that is what I was talking about. You know, Good Job. It's a good thing if they're able to get a consecutive round going. But the fact that they lose the second round after that means, well, it's eco. It is eco yet again. That's a horrible state of affairs, right? That's horrible for the CT side, but it's just how it is. The good thing for them is they're probably going to be making the investment in the next round, one way or the other. Except a person like, I do believe that's Lollipop, yeah. He's not going to be having the most amount of money, which is quite scary. Might have to stick with a good old-fashioned FAMAS in a round like that. But so far, AVANGAR, they're not giving away too much in a round like this, and heck, they don't have to, and it's quite difficult to do so if they don't make, say, stupid mistakes like just going for a straight-up rush. Look at this. Clearing out the angles, nice and easy, AVANGAR. They have the Molotovs to do so. Worst case scenario, they also have the rifles to do so. Did he actually spot out someone? Actually, I don't think if Coffee did spot out someone, but now we are going to be seeing some utility being deployed from AVANGAR. Demastic holding the angle. That's an easy frag for Demastic. As now the AVANGAR side is about to push on the bomb side. Buster is gonna help out his teammate. And there's also one player coming up from behind, so now Coffee is pretty much over. It's pretty much over here for Coffee, but no! He's still doing the damage somehow. That's, I'm quite surprised he was able to survive for that long. And, whoop, here comes in Christian with the spray down. Good job by AVANGAR. Another clean round. Oh, looks like Box at least will be able to purchase the sniper rifle. That's going to be a sniper rifle with no armor, which is sometimes scary, especially on the CD side. Because on the CD side, if you're not going to be going up aggressive, right? And you don't have armor, and you're just going to be holding an angle. In most cases, if you get Molotov down in position, if you get a grenade jet thrown your way, things get difficult, especially like that. I mean, Christian, he just runs up middle, takes down Coffee. That is one player out of the equation for the GoodJob formula to succeed, and Shame takes down Boggs. This is now looking worse for wear for the GoodJob side. Oh, they don't check it. They don't check Lollipop's position. Oh, pardon me, Sadz's position. Now he's kind of stuck here, but he's going for more. Does take down Shame. Sadzed is trying to make it work, but whatever he can do, and he gets a frag with the smoke. Drops the bomb as well. If there was a time for Sadzed to step up, it'd be this round, and he's doing quite the heck of a job. Still, also timing in with a frag, and wow, looks like AVANGAR is gonna be taking the boot in a round like this. Like Christian, he's up against 3. That's a bomb being dropped in the middle of nowhere, but he does recover it, which is nice. But still, Christian, he's kind of stuck right here. Like trying to save the AK doesn't make a lot of sense. You can simply just go for the frags and Lollipop. He's got a pretty good angle there from heaven, but really, if there's someone that's got to get credit, it's gonna be Sadzed, right? Sadzed, 3 massive frags, absolutely insane stuff from them. The fact that he's able to get not the one frag, the frag of the Jame, and also the bomb carrier, nuts, absolutely nuts. In a scenario where he's not able to get a single frag, I'm pretty sure AVANGAR is just easily able to claim the round win. Very much easily, but at least they're fighting back, right? GoodJob is showing off that they're still got some fight in them. And this being still the very first half, you know, you can still go either way. Or Jame open up the door, not seeing anyone towards highway. Now he does, but will he try to engage that player? That player, after all, is gonna be Lollipop. And to engage him, one must be very careful. Lollipop does get the frag of the Demastic. I'm quite surprised that none of the players even flashed out at their teammate like Demastic, and it was going for the highway play, but not a single flash. Quicker was close by him. He could have flashed his teammate right there. Now AVANGAR, they're probably gonna have to go for the sort of play right here. 4 versus 4. This is looking quite doable for them, you have to admit. But the thing about GoodJob, right? Look at the positioning, right? They kind of bad at mid-control. Lollipop is still taking a look at that part of the map, but they have 2 players towards A. That's the majority of the players towards the CD side. Christian takes down the Sadzed. Lollipop is so low on HP. What will AVANGAR do at this point in time? And oh, this is quite the interesting play from AVANGAR. The late adjustment. I was thinking that they, especially with that frag on the A-bombs, that they're probably going to try to commit, but before they do, oh no, that's the bomb being dropped, but at least the refrag is quick enough. Now they shall retrieve the bomb, but look at where Box is at with the op. He's towards the B bomb side. Yes, he's alone on A. He's going to have to get all the frags. He's going to be able to get one more, but that's about it. There's no more time. 7 seconds. Box will be taking down Christian. Oh, I don't think they even realized themselves, AVANGAR. I don't think they realized how low the timer was ticking. Yeah, it was ticking quite low. They definitely took their sweet time. If that would have been just a simple push on the bomb side, I think they might have had a bit more success, but now they stalled. They wasted some precious lives. We saw Phoenix doing a good job on the defense. Box as well, timing it with a frag. Just overall, GoodJob is now showing to be a bit better. They are getting the round wins, even though those are not as confident as one might hope to be. Those are still the round wins now in favor of GoodJob. Well, how long? Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. There's 2 more rounds being played out here. Christian and Demastic. Pretty good combo right there. Take it down to... What is happening here? Quaker has actually made his way towards Vents. I don't think even a player like Sadzid might be expecting someone under heaven right now. And he has no idea indeed. As now the AVANGAR players, they can make a choice. A very simple choice. Let's go towards B. Because it looks like we killed at least one of the defenders and, well, they have made the right choice. Box though, and he's got the sniper rifle. He's got the op trying to save it. Is a possibility. He goes for the no scope, but Box is thinking about going for this round. This is quite interesting from Box, but yeah, it's not meant to be for Box. I think saving the op would have made sense. I don't know. Maybe he was thinking that that is the last round of the half. This is now the last round of the half, and knowing the fact that you have barely any money doesn't make matters any easier. Yeah, seeing some of those pistols come through, the UMP-45, that's not a lot for GoodJob. Let's be honest. That's still some weaponry, right? Some, but not a lot. No, that's a UMP player out of the equation. He just got caught out in the middle. Not quite sure how that happened. But maybe they were thinking about going for a boost, which I wouldn't blame them. But at the same time, look at this. AVANGAR just gunning down one by one every single GoodJob player. This is looking horrible for them. James taking out Sadzit. Now, where's Phoenix? Well, he's on the other side of the map, where no action is really happening. And now he's gonna have to try and go for this one. I mean, after all, this is the very much the last round of the half. There's nothing much more he can do, I'd say. Other than maybe make a scoreline a bit better, maybe he can actually take down the low HP players. That's quicker than Demastic. But that's about it. I mean, next though tries to go for the fight, but it's not meant to be. AVANGAR are able to come out through. But honestly, I'm still quite dissatisfied with GoodJob. They looked like they had a good start going, right? They are able to pick up the 3 rounds in a row. That's good. Absolutely great stuff from GoodJob. But then they falter. They start getting out-aimed by the AVANGAR side. They start going for these one-on-one peaks, and it looks like that AVANGAR is just a better unit in that regard when it comes down to popping heads. AVANGAR seems to be much better at clicking mouse 1. That is simply the case, but on the T side, things could get different. Maybe GoodJob will be the better team at popping heads. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Sazan and Box, 2 Molotovs, in fact. That's quite uncommon on a map like Cash, or any sort of T side start on a pistol round. 1 Molotov is quite common, especially on a map like Train. But 2 Molotovs, that's quite interesting. And the worst problem is that even still, you might have 2 Molotovs, but it can still be distinguished by that 1 smoke. And this do have a smoke, alright, in the hands of James. He is prepared for such occasion if a Molotov will be thrown, per se, on a bomb. All he's got to do is just throw the smoke under the bomb. The Molotov down, and he could go with the defuse, but before any defuses, we are seeing a gunfight here where Buster is able to come out through. 3 players up in middle. Coffee is actually doing a pretty good job, all things considering. But now look at AVANGAR. They couldn't take down Coffee, alright. But look at the other part of the map. That's the B bomb site. Lollipop. And of course, Sadzad entering their way through. But now they're rotating. They're rotating back to the A bomb site. And in fact, James, he's got a good hunch here. They're in fact going to rotate themselves. But I don't think they're going to be expecting a player like James already up in main that fast. Where are they going to plant for? Oh, James. No, finally takes down Lollipop. But those were some important shots. Now Sadzad left in a 1 versus 2. He's been quite the crucial player. But now he's going to have to step up and quicker. He's got the angle. He's got the 1 tap, 1 click. And Sadzat head pops off. I've got to say, that was a very hectic round, all things considering. Especially that 4 players towards middle. That was very interesting from the AVANGAR side. Surely they had a player towards sandbags. But then all the A side players rotate towards short. At the end of the day, I must admit, it works out there from AVANGAR. Definitely works out. Especially that late adjustment where they actually put a player up in vent. That was a very quick rotate from James. He gets very fast towards main. Struggles to actually kill Lollipop at the start, but still lands the headshot. In a 2 versus 1 like that, not so easy for Sadzit. No. Not that easy at all. So no bomb plant. Oh, pardon me, there was a bomb plant for the GoodJob side. But that is the reasoning why they're just going to be rocking pistols, right? Them having only the pistols, I wonder if they actually think about investing in AK-47s the next round. Honestly, I would have liked to see them just maybe go with the Glocks, because remember, you know, buy something like a Deagle, a CZ, that still costs money, and that could mean a smoke grenade, maybe a couple of flashbangs in the next round, but they do need to purchase. So I wonder, are they hoping maybe trying to get a bomb plant, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Well, maybe hold on a minute. Demasig, though, yeah, Demasig takes down 2 players. Coffee is kind of stuck there between a hard place. And so Coffee is going to get taken down, but even though the scoreline is looking quite daunting for the GoodJob side, they might be able to turn things around as, well, a good job. They have AK-47s coming through, but like I said, because they bought, some players bought a Deagle, some players bought a CZ, they don't have the most amount of utility. They could be having a couple more smokes, definitely, but now they're just gonna have to make work with what they've got here. And what they've got here are 5 AK-47s, 2 smoke grenades, a couple flashbangs, and 1 nade. Oh, pardon me, there's 3 smoke grenades. Oh, Box, is he gonna go for the straight up dry peek? That's... I don't know if that was the right call after all. Buster will be taking him down, and that is not good. No, that is not good for GoodJob. Not the start they were hoping for. Maybe a flash could have been, but I think Box was just trying to peek towards heaven. I don't think he was expecting to see a player that close by. And the fact that there was a player like Buster, he's able to win the frag. He's able to get the man advantage going for AVANGAR. And that is, of course, now the start you want for GoodJob. Oh, Krieger definitely knows there's a player up in Squeaky right now. But I do hope we're not going to be seeing a similar case where we saw from the AVANGAR T side, where it looked like they want to try to rotate towards B, but there was always the Squeaky player who was, well, still in Squeaky for quite a long time, instead of just straight up going for the rotate and maybe trying to cut off rotations towards the middle. Well, looks like now that player, Phoenix, that wasn't Squeaky, now is going to die towards main. An unnecessary casualty, I could say that, but now the push has to commence. 30 seconds on the clock. GoodJob. They're not having much of anything in a round like this. They finally get a frag, but that's it. I mean, AVANGAR, they crushed the GoodJob side. That was heartbreaking for GoodJob, especially once they lose the initial frag. Phoenix, I don't know, maybe Phoenix actually just goes for the jiggle peek. I didn't really notice it. I think it was a wide peek from Phoenix towards main. He gets taken down by Jame, and, well, that's just a horrible execute from that point onward. 3 players pushing B. It's not always going to work out. Sometimes it will, yeah, but not always. Good job. Now they're just simply back on pistols in a round like this. Buster's down in vent. This is a peculiar position as they still can try to rush him down, but the fact that Sadzit is being pushed from vent and middle makes it pretty much impossible. I'm pretty sure they were thinking about going towards the B bomb side. In most cases, they're still going to be bringing the bomb, per se, if you toxic towards B. Not always vent. That was quite interesting, but I guess you could say that's still a throwaway round. So that is just an eco. Ecos don't matter as much as gun rounds, and gun rounds like these, where GoodJob is down 6-13, and they really could use a round. Like, seriously, they definitely need a round right here on the T side. If they end up losing this one as well, like, AVANGAR has been building up that economy, and that economy game is looking not that bad for the AVANGAR side, but that's not only that. They've got 13 rounds. All we gotta do now is just acquire 3 more, and that's the game done and dusted. Demasig, though. Where are the flashes? I think there was a Molotov for Underboost, right? But where were the flashes from the GoodJob side? I mean, didn't really work out there. Okay, then Quicker tries to be sneaky, alright. Tries to maybe get a frag, and he gets punished for it. Phoenix, though, balls on this man. Actually, that was a very good play from Phoenix. They need to try to go for these sort of plays more often in this sort of scenario where you're kind of losing the game. So the ballsy plays are working out. And now we'll actually go for the straight up push right here. Buster and Demasig, they're probably thinking about it, but the bomb is now only planted. They gotta be careful about one part of the map. That is Highway. The player from Highway isn't peeking. What is Lollipop doing? He's allowing them all to cross, but now he's gonna be picking up 2. But the problem is Buster, he doesn't even have to go for the fight. Could have actually stuck to the fuse. But still, guess the round win is Buster. I kind of want to say that Lollipop, you know, he was in a good position if there would have been CT players coming from Z. Then Lollipop's position is beautiful. It's great. Lollipop's position could also have been great if a bomb would have been planted for, say, here. Especially with them having highway control, that is a possibility, right? But the fact that no one comes from Z, Lollipop just waits them go through, kills 2 people, which is cool and all, but from that point onward, the bomb is planted the default, very hard to win, and well, let's see what GoodJob is able to pull out a hat this time around. Where 4, 5 AK-47s have been deployed. But it doesn't matter. Demasig will be picking up a frag onto box. It's not looking as good as I might have thought. Oy. What is GoodJob's plan right now? They lost one of their players. I would honestly like to see, maybe GoodJob shouldn't be trying to go for some map control. Maybe they should just try to go for a straight up execute, try to hit either of the bombs. And I think that's going to be the case right now. I really don't want to see any more players just going for individual peaks. That's what's happening. Lollipop and Sad said they're trying to go make the play towards Ventrum, and he gets shut down. Coffee, those spots at one player, but I'm pretty sure they know where Phoenix is at. He gets taken out. They know where Coffee is at. I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish much. He's maybe going to try to run away, maybe even try to save the AK at this point, because let's be real, the money game isn't looking that hot. Good job. This isn't looking that hot, but okay, he does take down Chrissy, and it maybe it's not the end for GoodJob just yet. Especially with only one defender on the B bomb site. This is now looking a bit more doable for Coffee, but he's making noise. He's making a lot of noise, and the player on the bomb side, oh, he's playing this one to perfection as he goes for the bomb plant. Buster's now gonna come in. What a very easy frag. So 15-6. This is, of course, not a good scoreline for the Belarusian squad. I honestly, even right now, come on, GoodJob. You have the utility, which is nice and all, but I want to see them try to maybe go for a good old-fashioned execute. I can guarantee you, they know the smokes on the B bomb side. They know the smokes on the A bomb side. Try it out. It's probably going to be the last round you ever play, but it could work out for you, because trying to go for the individual peaks just hasn't been working out for the GoodJob side. Maybe a good old-fashioned hit on a bomb site. And I think they're going to be doing just that. One of the players, making some noise towards A, but look at the rest of the squad. They're going to be pushing towards the B bomb site. This is what I wanted to see from them. And the fact that they're doing it out my ego. Okay, let's see. AVANGAR. Will they be able to hold on here? The Molotovs do come through. GoodJob now is about to push the bomb side. But even though the push is happening on the B side, there's still one player stuck on A. I'm not quite sure how's that happening. That's a good flash for Christian, but they are gonna get shut down as Sadset is all alone. And that is gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for GoodJob here on Cash. A map they are relatively decent on. Now they get absolutely destroyed by AVANGAR, the, of course, major qualifier team, and that is going to be it for the HellCase Cup 7. GG's being thrown out in the chat, and that is it. Thank you all for tuning in. We had some interesting games of Counter-Strike today, you know, 4 best of 1s. I would say three one-sided affairs. One pretty close game with Nemiga Force One, but yeah, some exciting Counter-Strike, and of course, HellCase Cup 7 will be coming back tomorrow. I'm not sure how many games will there be, but definitely I think we should start dissecting Group B at this point, as all these matches of today have been of Group A, and both of these groups are looking quite good. I'll be honest with you. Both of them looking quite decent. They've got decent teams in them. Like I said, Group A, we've got the likes of Kingman, AVANGAR. I do believe even alternate attacks in that group, Pride as well. That's a pretty strong looking group. Group B, man's not hot. Then I think you even have teams like Pro 100, some relatively good teams, right? So that is about it for today. Thank you all for tuning in. The name is Spencer Danny, and I hope to see you all next time.